Hello everyone, you are welcome back to my channel. A client recently placed an order for chicken pie and I'm happy to say we deliver it. A very fresh, golden and well shaped and absolutely delicious chicken pie. The feedback was amazing and honestly it reminded me that the little details are what make a big difference. So in today's video, instead of just showing you a basic recipe, I'm going to talk and walk you through the real secret behind the perfect chicken pie, the do's, the don'ts, and most importantly, why each step matters. If you ever struggle with hard dough, soggy bottoms, or pie that don't come out the way you expect, this is going to help you a lot. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about something very fundamental, using the right recipe. A lot of people underestimate this, but not all recipes are balanced. The ratio of your flour to butter to liquid matters a lot. If there's too much butter, your dough may become too soft and greasy. If there's too much flour and not enough butter, your pie will turn out dry and hard. Using the right recipe gives you a solid foundation. It ensures your dough is workable, your texture is balanced, and your final result is consistent every single time. Especially if you are baking for clients or planning to sell, consistency is everything. Now let's move to one step people often ignore, sieving your dry ingredients. Sieving is not just for decoration or tradition, it serves a real purpose. It removes lumps from your flour and adds air into it. That air helps create a lighter dough, which directly affects how soft and tender your pie will be. Another benefit of sieving your dough is even distribution. When you sieve your sauce and any other dry ingredients, they mix more evenly so you don't end up with some part tasting different from other. It may seem like a small step, but it has a big impact on your final result. Next, let's talk about the temperature of your water. This is very important. Always use cold water, not room temperature water. Why is that so? Because cold water helps control how the butter behaves in your dough. When your butter stays slightly firm while mixing, it creates small pockets within the dough. During the baking, those pockets melt and create steam, which gives you that flaky layer texture. If you use warm or room temperature water, the butter melts too easily and you lose that structure. The result will not be a flat, dense, and less flaky pie. So cold water is not just a preference, it's a key factor in getting that perfect texture. Now let's address one of the most common mistakes, kneading the dough. Do not knead your pie dough. I'll say it again, do not knead. Kneading develops gluten, and while gluten is great for bread, it's not what you want for pastry. Too much gluten will make your chicken pie or your meat pie tough and chewy instead of being soft and crumbly. Being flaky. What should you do instead? Just mix and bring the dough together gently. Once it forms, stop immediately. That's how you keep your dough tender. Another major factor is the quality of butter you use. Butter is not just for flavor, it's essential for texture. Good quality butter gives you pie rich taste and contribute to that flaky structure we all love. When it melts in the oven, it creates layers within the dough. Using low quality butter or too much margarine can affect both the taste and texture. So if you want a bakery style result, invest in good quality butter, which will make it to be noticeable difference. It gives that difference in all ways. Also, try to keep your butter cold, not soft and oily. Cold butter is what helps create that flakiness. Now let's talk about handling your dough properly. Your dough should not be too soft and not too hard. A very soft dough will be sticky, difficult to shape, and may lead to a soggy crust. On the other hand, a very hard dough will crack and won't give you that smooth, neat finish. The goal is balance. A dough that is firm but still easy to roll. Also, avoid overworking your dough. The more you handle it, the more gluten develops and the tougher it becomes. Next, and often overlooked but important step, resting your dough. After mixing your dough, let it rest for a while, let's say like 30 minutes. This allows the gluten to relax, making the dough easier to roll out. It also helps prevent shrinkage during baking and improves the overall texture. Skipping this step can make your dough harder to manage and affect the final look of your pie. Now let's move to the filling, because even if your dough is perfect, a bad filling can ruin everything. One key rule is to avoid watery filling. If your filling has too much liquid, it will soak into the dough and make your pie soggy, especially at the bottom. That is why it is important to cook your filling properly and thicken it slightly. Another important thing is to let your filling cool before using. Adding hot filling to your dough can start melting the butter in the dough untimely, which affects the structure and can lead to a soggy or uneven result. So always allow your filling to cool down before putting it into your pie. Let's also talk about portion control and neatness. Don't overfill your pie. It might be tempting, but too much filling can make it difficult to seal properly and may result into bursting open during baking. Keep your edges clean and let it be sealed properly. This helps your pie hold its shape and give it a professional look. It's really important if you are selling. Next, let's talk about oven temperature and preheating. Always preheat your oven before baking. This ensures your pie starts cooking immediately at the right temperature, which helps with proper rising and even baking. If the oven is not hot, your butter may melt too quickly before the structure sets, leading to a flat or greasy crust. A well preheated oven gives you that beautiful golden brown finish and a well cooked interior. And finally, patience after baking. Once your chicken pie is out of the oven, don't rush to pack it immediately. Let it rest for a few minutes. This helps the filling set and make it easier to pack without everything falling apart. It also allows the flavor to settle properly. So those are the key do's and don'ts that help me successfully deliver that client order, and they can help you achieve that same professional result and touch. So remember that baking is not just about following steps, it's about understanding why you are doing each step. Once you understand that, your result will improve instantly. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment and let me know which tip you have been missing, and I will see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of the video.